Hello, Mixel. Welcome to the chat. I didn't actually know you'd still be awake. Um, just I've got a couple of days left to do this jam. I made some pretty good progress on the first day. Then I didn't really touch the game for a couple of weeks, and now I've only got a couple of days to finish it. So I thought I'd work on the game and yeah, hopefully get it publishable before the game jam is over. I should actually just check when it is actually finishing. How many hours do I have left? Okay, so I have 1 day and 22 hours, so about 46 hours left. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it all done in that time. Um, right. So I've got a sort of uh, got a sort of store system that I need to rework because it was a bit fiddly. But basically, the problem with the store system is it was based on debt, so you'd buy things and your debt would go up. I don't think that's a natural way of implementing a store system. This game's loosely based on the original Ghostbusters game. That didn't have and yeah, and that was you get a loan at the start, and then from that cash pile you can spend money. So I'm going to make it more like that. Um, so, and I was going to reset those to that. Load and display panel store goes to selection. Okay. Let's change how these work. Oops. Go sub command install selection line 29. Okay, let's get rid of that. So the thing about the Toybox Jam is um, yeah, it's a short term. It's like a week long jam, or a bit longer than a week. Um, it's aimed primarily at the Pico 8, though other consoles, other systems are allowed as well. But the main thing is the only assets you can use are from the pack that's provided. And because this year's art pack was mostly like sort of wintry themed, I ended up settling on doing a sort of remake of the Commodore 64 Ghostbusters, but with elves instead of Ghostbusters. Okay, so I've got a basic shop system running, and where it says debt there, I need to change that to say something like cash. So I might just see if we can do that real quickly. And let's get a bit of a hacky way of doing this, but I'll just manually copy the letters in there. Oh, not the greatest way of doing it, but it will work in a pinch. Oops. Lay on those layers. So I'm quite excited to be able to participate in something that Tom Hall was responsible for. So Tom Hall was one of the early people from id Software. He was a designer who worked on. Well, in fact, he came up with the idea and the design for Commander Keen and was heavily involved in the design in Wolfenstein and Spear of Destiny. Some of his influence went into Doom, although he left during the creation of that game. He then went on to make Rise of the Triad and Anachronox. And he's running this game jam, so yeah, I'm pleased to make a game for it, even if it's unfortunately not a pick a weight game um, like the games are intended to be. All right, so let's have a look. So we've got cache there. We need to make the cache go up and down. Cache. There should actually be 5,000. We'll start. $5,000. Yep. So they are very cute, tiny elves. Okay, so if we hire an elf, then actually, I want to check that. I want to add conditions for the cache. It's greater or equal to. Do I have a elf cost? I do have a variable. Which the elf's cost. I need to do the same for the 3 things we can buy are elves, chests, and batteries. First. Okay, so we need to go through these one at a time, and the base set variable, which is going to be cache. Do cache minus elf cost. Need to do the same thing. Minus chest cost and battery cache minus battery cost. Then I need to get cash back if we sell them. So if we sell an elf, yeah, I'm gonna give that a real quick trial run just to make sure that we can buy and sell things in the shop. Yep, it's looking good. Okay, so we need a minimum number of these items. So I need to put a check in there, and I'm hoping this is going to work. I'm not sure if I've ever tried changing the menu option. I assume it's going to work. If it doesn't, then I might need to do some more investigation. I'm just going to go if we need a condition, which is if max elves is less than 2. I'm going to set variable. Can we set it here? We can set it here. I don't know if it's going to actually change it in game. We need to set it to 0, which is for hiring the elf. It's a hint that we need to buy an elf. Actually, before I go any further, I'm just going to check that works. If that doesn't work, I might need to come up with another solution. So if I go let's go, I haven't got any elves. Huh. I feel that almost worked. It didn't refresh the screen. So that's probably something I need to add to the engine, is if you manually change the option, it forces a refresh of the UI. So if I go down to there, let's go, and if I push down, yep, okay. So that's a bug with the Scorpion engine that I need to fix. As a workaround, I wonder what if I just... It's a bit of a cheat. I'm just going to tell it to change a variable that's on the display and see if that actually refreshes the display. No, it did not. I wonder what else I could do to force it to refresh. That's fine. If I set panel back to the shop panel. Well, that's embarrassing. This should be an easy thing to fix, but it's not. Or it's... refresh elements on all UI panels, maybe that will work. Okay. Alright, so that that's doing what I expected it to do now. Yeah, so I need to add something to the engine so that if you change the option, it does that refresh UI automatically. But for now, I need to add a couple more of these conditions. So I need to say max chests of less than 1. We need at least 1 chest, and that should be option 2. And then the same for batteries, we need at least 1 battery. Max battery. Could probably add a text warning as well to say you need more battery, or you need more chests. Game loop. Good day back to 0. Let's see. 12. We'll just reset a few of these things to the default values. And 0. Here, we also want to set our battery bar, which is going to be a number of batteries. 8. Because a battery takes 8 seconds to drain. In fact, I'm going to, while I'm here, I'm going to add that warning that if you try to buy something without fully yeah, I'll make it if you try to buy something without, or sorry, try to play without buying all the elves and everything you need, then it displays a warning saying exactly what you're missing. Better. But it's about the middle. Okay, so okay, so I need to add dialogue, print, and just going to print. These 2 elves. I don't have a lot of area to write text, so I'll just try to keep these messages short. I'll just try to keep these messages short. And then finally, okay. Need at least 2 elves. Probably should try and center that text if I can. So I'm just going to open. I really should have something in there to automatically center the text, but I'll do it manually. Just need to work out. So let's have a look. So that's 256 wide, which means how many characters do I get? I get 32 characters. So it should be about to there. If I copy those lines of text. Okay, so that was pretty close to the middle. Oh, looks like we've got a spam bot. Let's let's get him. do I do? How do I... No, oh, click on the name. Okay. Created 14 hours ago. It's actually quite young for a spam bot. It seems like most spam bots are years old. It's like they sit on them, like they create them years ago, and then they sit on them for ages and ages, so it appears legitimate. Like they've been an account that's been around for ages, but this is only 14 hours old. Right. I'll block that user. Okay, let's get back to it. Oh. Hmm. There's some weird bugs with some really weird bugs here. You see that that exclamation mark keeps showing and hiding. I have made some changes to text rendering recently, but I thought I had fixed it. Actually, I'm just gonna really quickly try running it in. I'll boot up Blitz Basic. I thought I had fixed that bug. Maybe I haven't. This is a way to find out. Is just checking if the bug happens in Blitz Basic. So here, let's go. Okay, no, it doesn't seem to be having the problem in Blitz Basic, which suggests that maybe I didn't actually do the build that I thought I did. So let's do the build. Okay, so far that seems okay. I'm gonna try running it in so what? Let's see now. It says A1200, but that looks like it's actually set up for A500. I'll just see if okay, so I'm loading that in A500 mode just to see if it's an issue, like that the blinking text was an issue, the performance related issue. Okay, no, it's just the blinking text was just that I had not done a build to fix it, so I'll do that build right now. Only take a few minutes, hopefully. In fact, while I'm at it, I'm gonna see if I can fix that bug I had earlier where if I manually move the option, it wasn't refreshing like it should have. I don't normally do development of the engine itself on the stream because I'm quite shy about the source and everything. But this would be a relatively trivial thing to fix. So let's just go into our code for compiling. Code. Let's do like C. first overriding option. Okay, F variable. UI. Okay, so that was a fairly trivial fix. So what I'll do is I'll open my game again. I'll take out that line that I added for manually refreshing the display, and I'll see if I can move the option cursor without that line. Now that I've added now I've added some code to do it for me. So if I go to store selection, so get rid of that. Let's run that. Okay, it's almost. Now there's the weird thing. Is it's not so it is moving the cursor to the right place, which is good. But it's doing the blinking exclamation mark. I wonder if it's actually because my setup is actually too fast. Which would suggest that I need to add a wait for the blitter. So what I suspect is happening is because some blitter related code is not being left to finish, then it's causing this issue where it's not fully blittered on both sides, on both buffers. So I'm now emulating a slow Amiga 500. If I go, let's go. Yep, okay, so that's the problem. So works fine on an A500, does not work on a A4000 with a bunch of fast RAM, and that's because I need to add a wait blip, apparently. Again, I don't normally code while I'm on stream, but hopefully this is just something really simple you can fix. So I've got a blip there. I need to have like a wait blip macro. Yeah, okay, so go wait blip, and then this will be. Hopefully, that's all I need to do is wait for the blitter before I render the copy of the text. I get bug reports from different people from Scorpion all the time, of course, but when I'm making my own games, I run into my own unique bugs that nobody else gets. Found a weird one earlier where if my game is 304 pixels wide, then it starts to distort once you've scrolled down past the screen wraparound every 17 or 18 tiles or so. I'm not quite sure of the reason for that. I think it's just something to do with just not having enough copper time on a with the 3 or 4 wide setup to be able to wrap around the display. Yeah, so let's try that again. So I'm going to put it maximum performance level, A4000 with 8 mega fast. Because the reason why I'm doing the development to that setting is just so that all the loading is basically instant. And look at that, it's fixed the bug. So that wait blip was all I needed to add. So I'm gonna max out my cache. See if it let me play. Oh, of course it won't, because I don't think I've actually told it what to do after. Go to game loop. Oh, yeah, I know what the problem is. Because the game loop doesn't actually load a game level. So I've just got one level for the game, and then I've got a UI bottom panel. I think I'm only going to have that one map in the game, and just to keep loading times relatively minimal. So there'll be loading time for like the title screen and intro screen and so on, but in the store. But once you pass that, the actual gameplay is just a single load. So I'm gonna just try buying not quite enough. There is a bit of a blur while it redraws the screen. You might need to investigate. Anyway, hire an L. Okay, so that's looking good. Okay, we've got our actual gameplay. So if you played Ghostbusters on Commodore 64, this should look familiar. Yeah, I'm going to need to edit this UI panel. What I need is... So I don't actually have the money on here. I'm just going to copy this bit. How am I going to align this? Yeah, I might make it 2 lines, so we've got cache and we've got... Let's put that down there. Let's add another comment. And we need our cache right there. And the font. And then 9999, it's the default cache, or maximum cache. Okay. Ah, Okay, no, I will move. Need to move up that by 1 pixel to align it. All right. Wait, was that? I don't actually know if that's too high or too low. I should take a screenshot and just have a quick, real zoomed in look. Okay, so that actually does look like it's yeah, that actually is aligned. It's just I think it was a bit misleading because of the shadow and all that, and you know the dollar sign is actually the full length, whereas the other ones it's not full length. Mixels Lab says I had it on the intro. I think I was terrible at it though. I don't know how different it is the Commodore 64 version. I suspect it's very similar because pretty much all the ports of it were nearly the same game. Although I think the Sega Master System was a bit more advanced. It was almost like as Sega Master System was. It almost was a 16-bit system, but yeah, it's just sort of it's it is a case of practice. It's one of these games where it's one of these old games. You just got to keep doing the same thing over and over until you get the hang of it. It's like the hangar in Raid Over Moscow. I think most people who had their game probably never made it out of the hangar, or if they did, they struggled for a long time to get out of it. And with Ghostbusters, it's saying just catching the ghost takes there's a bit of a knack to it. Now, I've tried to copy that general uh, the general gameplay loop. Okay, so let's have a look. So okay, so it shows cache 1900. Now I need to make it so that one thing I haven't done is I haven't made it so that when it empties the chest, it needs to give you money for as reward. So that's something I need to fix in gameplay loop. Okay, so first thing, empty the chest, and um, so emptying the chests that the ghost captured. That's going to give us money. So I'm going to go while full chest is greater than 0. Actually, I'm going to go. I'm going to change it from while to if, and I'm going to set that temp variable as we want to say how much we've actually earned. So temp is just going to be how many full deaths times 500, because that's how much I've arbitrarily decided catching a ghost is worth. Uh, full chest to 0. And then we need to set our cache as well. So our cache will be a cache plus temp. Then I need, let's make a break for a second. Oh, and I need some dialogue. Say, or no, okay, spirit. Spirit. Forgot how to spell spirit for a second there. Um, just disable that. Huh. Did I Oh, I was wondering why it wasn't doing anything. It's because I had a wait statement there. All right. You probably should hard code it to skip the store. Just want to check if I capture him. Oop, got it. Is it going to give me cash for? Oh, because I need to return to the base, which I haven't done yet. Because I haven't needed to. It only returns to the base when it needs to. Okay, so that should give me $1,000 because I had to It didn't seem to. It's a bit weird. It didn't seem to display the text when I expected it to. Look at the game loop. What did I mess up? Ah, because I was supposed to put that there. Okay, so yep, Spirit. I should have done that and then waited a second. Um, I'm gonna go to game. Just gonna make it skip the store for now. So otherwise, every time I go to test this, it's gonna keep going back to it. Oh, ah, because the game loop doesn't actually include the level load. Forgot about that again, so I need to do that. Start up and then Oh, messed that up. Am I gonna? No, missed him. Okay, so I need to get him arrested. Ah, no, messed that up again. Might have been a collision bug there. It kind of looked like it went through the beam, although maybe it was just too close. Ah, what? Damn it! I keep messing it up. Okay. Well, I need to change the logic for if so if hurt elves. So I need to do something similar for here where I'll make it that it's $100 bill for healing an elf. Zero, and then that's gonna be. Oh, though I should add a game over condition here, which is just gonna go if a cache is less than temp. I'll have to fill that in, so game over not in the minus medical bills. The easiest way is just to get these two to zap each other. Medical bills. Yep. Okay, so that looks alright. I need to have the game over. Not bills. I'm not sure if that's going to fit actually. We'll find out. I want to go to just add a weight. That was fire. Just going to have a starting cache of 0. So as soon as any of my elves are injured, should should be game over. Again, I don't think I've got enough space for what I wanted to write. Yeah, I was injured. Game over, not enough money. Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to split it into multiple. Actually, I'm going to enter, if I just make it not enough money to pay bills, they're going to fit. I'll just go game over, and then I'll just leave it there so that when you push fire, okay. Game over. Let's unload the level. Oh, and I need to unload the bottom panel as well. Display. On bottom is the one. Yep. Ah, press fire 2 didn't quite fit. Make that just a bit wider. Yeah, if I fit one more character in there, is that going to be enough? It's not enough. I can just change it to say game over for fire. Well, maybe I should actually make the text box itself a little bit bigger. Be a smarter thing to do. Oh, I was supposed to. Yeah, I was supposed to test game over. So I got 500. Oh, now I'm fully rested. Yeah, I'll just. Oh, if I do this a couple of times, then I'll run out of money because I only have $100 left. No, press fire to. Alright, I'm just gonna make that box a bit bigger. It's just too much of a pain trying to squeeze in everything. I don't think I want it to the edge of the screen though. I might just add just enough to add 2 more characters in. Or actually, I put it to there. And for the other side I do the same thing. And then how big is 272, so let's do 272 divided by 8. 34, okay, so 34 characters. Once I adjust the pad. Oh, did I not save that? Yes, I didn't. There. There. Okay, it should be more than enough space now, hopefully. Okay, if I just get a game over, just cross those beams. I need to pay bills. Okay. Alright, we'll just bring that in a little bit. So if I reduce that by 1 character, so it's 264, I think. And then 12. Just a little bit of padding on left and right. I'm wasting too much time on these little tweaks. Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to. Yeah. Oh. No, I thought I had enough. I had enough space. Let me check that out. 34. Okay, maybe not. Damn it. I had exactly the number of characters I needed. Oh, wait. Yep, so... Hmm. But there are 33 characters there, and that should fit 33. Maybe it's just... I'm just going to stretch it out there. It should have been able to fit in there exactly. I don't know why it didn't, but maybe it was just because it was exactly rounded. It didn't like it. Oops. Oh, oops, there's only that. Yeah. Oh, I was testing game over, of course. I should have just crossed the beams. Okay, so that's alright. Windows. Gonna make a new game over code block. And I can just change that. Okay, so need to do the battery charging, so battery bar is less than. And we need to set temp as it's $1 for every level of charge. The max battery times 8 minus the amount of battery we already have. They have that same game over for if we don't have enough money to charge somehow. Um, Now, oh, is it? No. Just need to make it charge the battery. And I just need a 1 frame yield while it's charging full. Just going to give myself a battery of 1. So the battery should drain pretty quick, and then won't have enough money. Make sure that game over is working. Oh, because we need to charge at start, so I need to set battery bar. Max battery times 8. Okay, I just put it down and then drain the battery. I wonder if I can change that a bit. Whoops. Right, okay. I'll leave that as it was. Bells. Okay, so okay, so that just spins around, and then go. Let's go. Whoa. Yeah, that didn't Let's add a 3-second wait. No, 3 seconds was a bit too long. I think 2 seconds would be fine. And let's add a reasonable amount of cache and a reasonable amount of battery, just like we do. No, now I'll run out of battery. Mess that one up. Something wrong with that. I made a mistake with the charger. But what I should have done, and so it takes down $1 for every charge it does, every level of charge. Yeah, I'll just let it drain the battery. I wasn't actually paying attention to see if it went down $1 at a time. Oops. There's a fix there. Do it again, I'll see if it actually does go up, because it should be fairly quick. Yep, okay. Well, I am going to take a real quick break. And then I need to get back into the more game over conditions. Okay, I'm back. Thank you, Mixel. Alright. Now, so the game has a couple of game over states. You've got to capture all of these Halloween ghosts before Christmas, so Christmas can actually happen. Which means we need an end game condition for, or firstly, for if we've actually got all of the elves. I'm going to set, sorry, if we've got all the spirits and the enemies left is one. And then in a game loop, we need to add another condition for returning to the North Pole, which is if enemies left. I'll put that in the code block. I can tidy up some of this code. Just change it to return to the North Pole. Actually, enemies left should be the very first condition. I'm going to change that to a, well, that needs to change to an else if. Alright. So if we don't have any of those enemies left, we're going to go, just going to say all captured. Hopefully this can fit. So that will return to the North Pole, and then that will trigger the ending sequence. And we have a condition which is enemies left is less than or equal to 0. So I'm going to message saying Telegram center. Make that a bit longer. It's the ending message. Center. Yeah. Is it going to be too long? Slightly too long. Let's get up a bit. So that's the first part. Is we've dealt with the we've dealt with Halloween spirits. So yeah, start Christmas. The second part of the ending is dealing with the bank. So I'm going to go from the bank. And then it's did we actually earn enough money to pay back the debt? So I need to go if cash is greater than 500. Be paid in full. Thank you. Set variable for the cash minus I have cash left over. I don't know about that line Christmas can commence, but we don't really have a lot of space to write stuff in. It's just individual messages. Cache it over. And then I think I just want the game over. Okay, so that's if we've got enough cache left. If we don't, way too long. A little too long. Now, just say you're unable to pay, just make it a bit blunt. And then need to we have to foreclose on your entity. That would do. Just fix. And then the standard game over message. See, I'm going to take all that stuff out and put in a new code block. Game over bank. That in there. Because there'll be a different ending where, if it gets to Christmas where you haven't captured all the spirits, you might still be able to pay back the loan, possibly. Let's get rid of all that, and then let's go to actually I should have left it there and go to over bank. Okay, so I'm going to give this a try, so I won't have enough money to pay back the loan to begin with. Oops, missed him. I should say one spirit left, but worry about that later. Well done. Christmas can commence. Withdrawing from the bank. Loan is now due. You're unable to pay. We have to foreclose on your HQ. Game over. Press 5 to restart. Alright. So let's give me a bunch of cash. Start. So they should say that I've got enough. Loan is now due. You paid in full, thank you. You have, oh, that should be $700. What's that? Actually, did I? Can I make that more than? No, I had it at one point where you could. Yeah, I'm going to make a change so that you can have up to the full 16-bit value, which is 32767. Panel. Oh, not option element. Oops. That will do that. Okay. Oh, no, that one can just remain. Oh, I might as well make it 5 digits. And then here, we get 5 digits. Right, so the other ending is if we run out of time. So I want to go if. So we're going to go if day is greater than or equal to 25. So that's December 25. Center. It's Christmas Day. Already. Yeah. Oh. Fit. It just fit. Oh, that was close. Yeah, that should work. I didn't capture spirits. Christmas, and then it still checks the bank. Set data. 24. Oh, should have had that as 23. So it adds one. Every time you go back to HQ, it adds 1 day to it. So that's why I'll set it 0. So that would set day 1. Now I've set it 23. I'll set it to day 24, which means so December 24. 1 spirit left, but we're gonna fail to catch it. Oh, Santa, catch all the spirits. Need to cancel Christmas. The bank loan is now due. Paid in full, thank you. You have 700 left over. Game over, press fire to restart. Okay. Alright, so I think that's all the endings done. What I'm going to do is... so far as things that are missing, the main things are I need to have a look at the sounds that I can use, and the other thing is I need to add more levels, more boss. Like, the other levels are basically going to be similar to that one, just, different areas for a bit of variety. But it as it stands, it um, as it stands, it should be fully playable start to finish. So I'm actually going to see if I can beat it, and then I might call it a day, or at least no, because I've only got like 48 hours left. I might do another stream, late tonight, maybe on the other side of midnight, which of course will be 2023. Store manager, awesome. Yeah, okay, store manager. Go. Okay, so this is a dry run including the store. So yeah, without some of the final bits, this is basically a pre-alpha test. So $5,000. So I got to repay 5,500 plus interest. I'm gonna grab 2 chests, 3 elves, and 3 battery packs. Okay, so it's left me 1,500. Be very careful and be a bit patient. Okay, still December 1st. So time progresses when you go back to the North Pole, but it doesn't progress if you haven't left, either because you've just captured the thing, or you've been injured, but you've still got enough men left. So it's returning to North Pole, just to sell off the captured spirits. Oh, that was close. Oh. I missed them. Ah. I was just a little bit too greedy with the. I'm gonna. Oh, got him anyway. That was lucky. Let's fall back to the North Pole. All right. So 8 spirits to go. So there's 3 other kinds of enemies that I haven't got in the game yet, but I'll put them in sooner or later. Ah, that was so close, but missed them anyway. Oh, just gonna wait for him to come down a bit. Okay, got him. 7 to go. December 3rd. We have plenty of time. Okay, so it's December 4th. Ah, a bit too impatient then. Let's try that again. Got him, okay. I should make it so that the other enemies have slightly different movement patterns. Oh, hang on. Okay, got him in there. Just need to be patient. It's full. Okay, I've nearly got enough to pay back the bank. Is good because I've only got 4 spirits left. Mixel asked, is Rabbit CPU wave? Yep. I think all the enemies are going to be CPU wave, but maybe have different um, uh, acceleration times. Like some of them are going to move more side to side, some of them are going to move more up and down, some of them are going to be a little bit harder than the Rabbit. Thank you. Yeah, I tried to replicate, try to do something as similar to the original game as possible. I'm not completely satisfied with it because you get sort of weird, because there's a bit of randomness to it as well. But then you get, situations like that where he's just sticking to the house. Okay, so we've got just 1 spirit left to go. All Halloween spirits captured. Telegram Center, well done. Christmas can commence. What's the bank going to say? Telegram from bank. Loan is now due. Repaid in full, thank you. You have 652 left over. I was supposed to make that. I'll just check I can actually play it from the start. Yeah, looks like shouldn't be any issues with that. Oh, yeah, it still had that text. Should have it. Print nothing when it loads the level map. So I'm just going to go base dialogue. print bottom be nothing. Oh, just have. No, yeah, it's a bit annoying. I should have it so that it can just print blank text. What was the next bit? Game loop. The bank saying you have. Um, the game over bank. Yeah, that should be $ cash. Right, I think that will do for now. I've got a complete game loop working. It's really just the uh, the polish. So needs more enemies, more levels, um, needs sounds, needs a title screens and things like that. Then I'll be ready to submit for the jam. So, anyway, well, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you at the next stream. I may do the next couple of streams based on this. You know, maybe one on sound and one on the more polishy bits, just to get this over the line. Oh, thank you very much, Mixel. Oh, actually, before I go, Mixel did ask about the CPU wave type. So these are the settings that make it sort of move around in a circle motion. But I've also got this random dir thing every half a second, and let's have a look at the code for random dir. Yeah, it basically rolls a three-sided dice, and then it works out, from that result, which way we should make the character look. I probably should make it more biased towards moving to where we want him to move, because otherwise, we can spend ages just walking against the house instead of into a position where we can catch him. Well, okay, well, that will do for now, and I will see you all next time.